Welcome to Looking at the Markets with David Modell. There's something that's going on in the United States Congress that I really want you to know about in case you don't know about it already, because it's likely to affect precious metals, the dollar, bonds, and the stock market too. So let's talk about it. If you go to congress.gov, there it is, congress.gov. It's an official government website. And you go to the search box and you type in HR 5404. This is what you'll find. It's a bill. It's not a law yet, although it might become one. HR 5404, to define the dollar as a fixed weight of gold. In case you don't know already, the United States dollar was taken off of the gold standard a long time ago. The exact year is debated. Some people say this happened in 1913. Some people say we were taken off of the gold standard in 1913 when the Federal Reserve was established. Others put it at 1933, and others put it at 1971 when President Richard Nixon officially took us off the gold standard. I tend to go with 1971 as the year when it really happened, but others say 1913 or 1933. Whatever. Okay. So anyway, we're not on the gold standard and have not been for a long time. We are on the fiat standard, which means that the United States dollar is only valuable or worth something because the government says so. That's it. All right. It's not backed by something like gold, which at least is tangible, it's physical, it's measurable. All right. So this bill, the sponsor is Representative Alexander Mooney. It was introduced March 22nd, 2018. In the committee is the House Financial Services. And it's just in the introduction phase. It has not passed the House or the Senate, has not gotten to the president yet. Certainly not a law yet, although it could be. Although a lot of bills die in the Senate as well. All right, here it is, HR 5404. And this is hugely important. This should be front page news everywhere, I think. And that's why I'm talking about today. To define the dollar as a fixed weight of gold, basically to put us back on the gold standard. All right, now Congress finds the following. The United States dollar has lost 30% of its purchasing power since the year 2000. That's pathetic. 30% of your dollar is worth 30% less, and that's just since 2000. And 96% of its purchasing power since the end of the gold standard in 1913. As I said, it's debatable when the United States got off the gold standard, but anyway, 96% of the purchasing power of the dollar lost since 1913. That's horrendous. Under the Federal Reserve's 2% inflation objective, the dollar loses half of its purchasing power every generation or 30 or 35 years. That's terrible. There's a lot here, but this is Congress saying this. This is not some, person walking down the street just talking to himself, making these things up. This is from the United States Congress itself admitting this. The American economy needs a stable dollar, fixed exchange rates, and money supply controlled by the market, not the government. The gold standard puts control of the money supply with the market instead of the Federal Reserve. The gold standard means legal tender defined by and convertible into a certain quantity of gold. And so every dollar would be worth a certain amount of gold and could be exchanged for gold, like it once could a long, long time ago. And finally, I'm not going to read all of this. I want you to read it on your own. Restoring American middle-class prosperity requires change in monetary policy authorized by Congress. Now, whether Congress can save us is questionable. It really comes down to the American people, you and me, educating ourselves. We can't count on Congress to do these kinds of things for us, making the dollar worth something again, all right? But could this be a step in the right direction, and does it have a chance of passing? Remember, it has to go through the House, it has to go through the Senate, the president would have to sign it for it to become a law. And of course, laws need to be enforced properly. There has to be oversight. and there has to be trust. Well, I don't think there's a lot of trust in the American government right now, or in Congress for sure. So a lot would have to happen, even if this passes. Afterwards, a lot would have to happen for the American dollar to find its footing and to actually be worth something, or have enough stability to continue to be worth something in future years and future generations. That's a tough road. But I want you to be aware of this. Am I telling you to support it or not support it? That's up to you. I cannot tell you how to feel or how to think, but I will ask that you think and act on your own and in an informed way. And I want you to be aware of what's going on in Congress. I don't want this to be just something that only a few people know about. I want you to be aware of it. And I want you to use your votes, make your voice heard, and be educated and make your own decisions. All right. I think this is huge. I think this has implications for stocks, bonds, precious metals, and much more, and your purchasing power with the dollar. All right. So check it out, read it, and understand it. I'm going to try to keep you updated on what's going on. My name's David Modell. This is Looking at the Markets. I hope you'll like this video, give it a thumbs up on YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel, leave comments, let me know what you think, and keep checking back here. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it, and I'll talk to you again soon.